Sorry, just had a little bit of a glitch there, obviously. So, into Nat, yeah. Back up into Natya, into Arby. So when we need to correct the route of discontinuity here, and that's the next one, the Arby's the next waypoint, you type it in again and then you just push it into that one, or click it into that one I should say, and the problem should alleviate itself. B. Cool. And we'll check the next. All good there. So we execute that. And I think I've said it before on previous flights, but if you go zoom out here, change your setting here from map to plan, rotate it out. You've obviously got your range here, so we'll go through. I'll start from the beginning. So we're on page 1 here. I'll zoom in. You can see this is us facing that way, obviously taking off from runway 29 from the sort of right to the left in that direction. And if you keep your eye on that, hopefully I can provide an accurate one, which doesn't look too bad. So if you step it along, you'll see on the scratch pad it changes the screen for the waypoint, and then if you look at the map, you'll see that it's following through. So you want a constant pink line all the way through, which shows you that your route is actually correct. So, and then I was saying before, into runway 16 in Tullamarine, it's almost a straight in approach. So our plan there is good. We'll go back to our maps, probably we'll bring our range in a little bit to begin with, just so we know that we're heading in the right area. Following other details, I might start to get some of the vehicles out of here, because they can take a little while. We'll release the lavatory, we'll release the rear stairs, the forward galley, the aft galley, and the forward loaders. So we go to the outside, you'll see them starting to pull all their stuff down and get out of the way. So that's all good. The 737 doesn't have the advanced, what do you call it?
Darwin Ground,
data that you can put in for the takeoff weights and stuff like that, but that's okay because you can do most of that through here.
And hold short of runway 29er using taxiway Charlie 2 Alpha 2 cross runway 18
cruise
Alpha 3
altitude
Alpha
will
4
make
Alpha 5 Alpha 6.
37,000. So our limitations are not above 250, below 10,000, so that's good. Climb emblem's good. That's all good.
Taxi 2 and hold short runway 29er using taxiway Charlie 2 Alpha 2 cross runway 18 Alpha 3 Alpha 4 Alpha 5 Alpha 6 Robin Lima Alpha Papa.
Deals there. Reserves. Cost index is 31. Very efficient. And then our fuels should be part of the aircraft already. For our zero fuel weight. Sorry. And then just bear with me for a moment. Half the problem here is, number one, Siri thinks I'm trying to talk to her, which is not the case. I took a photo of the fuel requirements. Pounds. 33. That wasn't good. 33 divided by cruise and wind. Oops, sorry. School reserves is... Sometimes this doesn't work. Not good today. We'll execute that. Okay. 6,000's good. Oh, look a mark on the outside. There's people taking off. Clear a few more things out if we can. Get those out of here.
Darwin Ground Air Shuttle 1715 requesting pushback.
Your damper on. We want our
Darwin Ground Air Shuttle
left
1715.
pumps
No pushback tug is
on
available
for
to
our
answer your request.
APU. Pumps on good. We'll pop our position lights are already on there, so that's good. We've got everybody sitting down at this moment and get the jetway disconnected.
Darwin Ground
so
VA1464, could you please disconnect the jetway from the aircraft?
Darwin Ground Air Shuttle 1715 with
It's
light
ignoring
ready
us
to
for the
taxi
moment, so
IFR.
that's a pain in the ass, but no problem.
Air Shuttle 1715 taxi to and hold short of
let's
runway
go
29er
fuel,
via
so
taxiway
we'll
Charlie 2
try-
Alpha 2 cross runway
And then if you
18
look
Alpha
in
3 Alpha
here,
4 Alpha 5 Alpha 6.
This is your APU
Contact tower on 133.1
RPM
when
gauge
ready.
or EGT gauge, engine gas temperature. So we'll go start, and you'll see it jumps forward a little bit there. And as the temperature goes up, it'll go quite high, up to about 8.5 up here, 9.
Using taxiway Charlie 2 Alpha 2 cross
As it
runway
builds up that
18
pressure.
Alpha 3 Alpha 4 Alpha 5 Alpha 6 Air Shuttle 1715.
Hopefully they're getting rid of that jetway. So that'll build all the way up. Quite sorry, it wasn't quite. Alright, we'll let that do its thing for a moment. The jetway's cleared out at least, so that's good. 6,000 APU. Once this APU's on, we can turn off the ground power. Seatbelts on. Emergency lights on. Just checking our lights here. Everything's illuminated. I'm not missing anything. I'll turn our dimming on just in case. So all the lights looking pretty good there. Off there. Alright, our APU's looking good, so we can switch to the generator. Remove the ground. Oh, wrong way. Remove the ground power. God. VR at its premium. Now your dampers are on. Our remaining fuel pumps can go on in preparation for our engine start. We'll go for our request to pushback.
Darwin Ground VA1464 requesting pushback.
VA1464
Look, our
pushback
flaps are
request
good.
accepted.
It's not a very quick process. Alright, so the pushback's coming in. Our parking brake is off. As I think I mentioned in previous flights, it's very important to remove the chocks and the ground power. Chocks more than anything though. Usually once you take the chocks off, the ground power removes itself anyway. So Not a bad paint job. This is the PMDG 737-800. I've also got the 700 in my collection. This bloke's about to get sucked into the engine. So while she's backing up, we'll do our engine number 1 start. Ground. Right. Always forget the APU bleed. And up.
Darwin Ground VA1464 requesting the end of pushback.
Oh.
VA1464 request to end pushback received.
Not sure if that was deliberate. Okay, emergency exits on, seatbelts on, ground power on, anti-collision lights, wings, wheel well lights, logo light on. Runway lights we don't need, taxiway lights on, landing lights we don't need. System's good, everything's looking pretty good there. Normal. 6,000. We'll set our actually that's what we didn't do. So we'll grab these 6. Looks pretty good. Engine 1 has still building slightly, stable around 485 there, so that's all good. Ground left. Engine number 2 starting. So if you zoom in here, you'll see your N1 and your EGTs coming up. I think your N1 needs to get over 20, I believe it is, before it'll maintain.
Darwin Ground VA1464 with mic ready to taxi IFR.
So let's see, auto ATC coming in.
Taxi 2 and hold short of runway 29er via taxiway Bravo 2 cross runway 29er Bravo 1 Alpha for Alpha 5 Alpha 6. Contact tower on 133.1 when ready.
Taxiing hold short runway 29er using taxiway Bravo 2 cross runway 29er Bravo 1 Alpha 4 Alpha 5 Alpha
Flight
6
control
VA1464.
Elevator up, down. And roll. The spoilers are working. Excellent. So, engine number 2 has stabilized for the N1. Things looking pretty good to go. Alright, parking brake is off. Set. Alright. I had to reset this before for a video reason, and when I reloaded it, it was just Qantas and Jetstar aircraft on the tarmac. It looked quite realistic, so anyway, so yeah, as we make our way out to the runway, you'll probably notice that this video is, hopefully anyway, on a wide screen now, and the quality is better. So I did some Googling to see if I could record in landscape orientation, and apparently it's quite easy, but I guess we'll see once this video is actually done. So yeah, as you can see, we're about to take off into the sunset. Hopefully that'll be quite picturesque.
VA1464, hold position, caution the departing bombardier.
Holding position, hopefully my auto
Hold position VA1464.
There he's there.
VA1464, continue taxi.
Continue taxi.
Roger VA1464.
Into Alpha. Bit of a downhill run here. Weather's nice in Darwin as always. I think the weather in Melbourne was a bit poor. Yeah, we'll go terrain radar here, and we'll go weather radar over here. So Copilot's got a larger range on his, and mine's a lot closer for the moment. But yeah, in Darwin at the moment, not a lot going on. Quite often get storms, particularly in the afternoon, so it can be an interesting airport to land into late in the evening, late in the afternoon I should say. Got a bit of pace here, doing about 50 knots. But yeah, I hope the graphics get translated. I turned up the bit rate as well. I think the limiting factor is actually probably YouTube. I have a feeling you probably have to pay to get the Ultra HD or whatever the best settings you can get are. But anyway. Let's see if the auto ATC asks questions for us.
Darwin Tower VA1464 ready for IFR departure runway 29er.
VA1464 altimeter 29er.88 wind calm. Cleared for takeoff runway 29er.
Cleared for takeoff runway 29er VA1464.
2988. 2988. That's very blurry when I'm looking at, so hopefully it looks a bit better on the screen. Okay. Alright, parking brake is set. Good. Oh. There we go, APU still on. Set anti-ice on. Alright, flaps set, takeoff speed set. Oh, not 27, not 29. Alright, ready for takeoff.
123.85 VA1464.
Jeez, that's a steep turn.
Brisbane Centre VA1464 is passing 1,700 feet, climbing 6,000 feet.
VA1464, Brisbane Centre altimeter 29.88 radar contact, continue to balloon.
The Darwin CBD over there where I'm doing circles. Marina down here. We're rocketing along at the moment. Let me check air traffic and just see what they said. 01537, all good there. Quite dark in here actually. Just to see what it looks like. So we're about to commence our left turn.
VA1464, climb and maintain 15,000 feet.
15,000 feet.
Climb and maintain 15,000 feet VA1464.
15,000 feet set. And we're at the 250 because we're under 10,000 feet. We come up to the MBIT marker. There's not a lot to Darwin. See our flight plan. Mountains over to the east there. Here's a picture of our flight plan. So there's a long way to go there. Get that out of the way. Oh, the memories. Turn that on it. Brighter in here. So we'll go 10,000 feet, we'll turn the seatbelt lights off. Increase that rate just to get up there a bit quicker. speed. Seatbelt lights are off, or auto I should say. APU can go off as well, save some fuel. Excuse me. Fuel pumps are on. Ventricles bleeds, wing anti-ice will pop on as well. Everything else is good. Pretty big path, that one, from Lack up to Nutya. 1400 miles is most of the way. Alright, well, quite a, I don't know what you'd say for that pinkish hubris glow. As always, photo-realistic detail.
VA1464, climb and maintain flight level 230.
230.
Climb and maintain flight level 230 VA1464.
230 set. We're about 10,000 to 280. Vertical speed there isn't doing much. We've got 2,000 speed off. Anyway, let's probably get over letting this climb out, but to be honest, there's probably nothing particularly interesting about that one. So, I might call the video here for obvious reasons, and I'll start it back up again when we are about to commence our descent into Melbourne. So stand by for it will be part 3 due to a little technical issue at the beginning.